Look at this setup. A 3D factory floor springs to life, dropping heavy boxes and moving them down a conveyor belt. You're watching a fully functional automation system running perfectly, but there isn't a single physical motor, wire, or PLC box in the room. This is a digital twin. It allows you to write, test, and validate complex logic entirely on your computer, eliminating the need to buy or wire any expensive hardware. To build this, we only need 4 specific tools. First, Factory I/O for the 3D physics. Second, Siemens TIA Portal to write the logic. Third, PLC Sim to run the virtual hardware. And finally, a specific template linkage file that connects them together. By linking these platforms, we turn lines of abstract code into a highly visible, instantly verifiable testing environment. Let's build it step by step. Step 1 is assembling our physical layout in Factory I/O. From the parts palette, drop in a 4-meter conveyor belt, an emitter to create our boxes, a remover to delete them at the end of the line, and a simple control panel with a start and reset button. Moving items left and right is easy, but placing things exactly where you need them vertically can be tricky. To move any object along the Z-axis, select the part, hold down the V key on your keyboard, and then drag your mouse up or down. Use that vertical movement to position your emitter so it hovers directly over the start of the conveyor. This ensures our boxes drop cleanly onto the belt. Finally, adjust your camera angle to make sure the start and reset push buttons are clearly visible and easy to click from your main working perspective. The physical layout is complete, but right now it's just an empty shell. To make it move, we have to build it a digital brain. Open TIA Portal and create a new project. Go to Add New Device, select an S7 1200 CPU, and pick a basic model from the catalog to serve as our controller. Pause here, because this is where the entire simulation will fail if you rush through. By default, TIA Portal assigns a lower firmware version. If you run version 4.0 or lower, the simulator fails to communicate. To fix this, select version 4.2 or higher. Crossing that threshold clears the path for the simulator to run perfectly. That single drop-down menu is the invisible bedrock of the setup. Getting it right ensures our virtual hardware will boot up when we need it later. Now we need to link our environments. Minimize your current project and launch a second, entirely separate instance of TIA Portal. Use this second window to open the downloaded template file. Inside the template's program blocks, find function block FC9000. Right-click, copy it, then go back to your main project and paste it directly into your project tree. Before we write logic, we need to map our tags. Open the default tag table. Assign your physical inputs, like the start button, to I addresses, starting with I0.0. Then assign your outputs, like the conveyor, to Q addresses, starting with Q0.0. With the tags mapped, open your main OB1 block. Drag and drop that FC9000 function block right into an empty network to activate the bridge between TIA Portal and Factory I/O. We'll build a latching circuit. Pressing the start button sends a pulse of energy to latch a central memory bit, M0.0. This single latched bit then triggers 3 separate actions simultaneously: the conveyor motor, the emitter, and the green indicator light. Once that code is written, the FC9000 block acts as our master translator, running silently in the background to convert our ladder logic into physical commands in the 3D space. It's time to boot up. Open the S7 PLC Sim software and turn it on to initialize the virtual hardware. Before you download anything, click the Compile button for the FC9000 block, and then compile your main OB1. Skipping either of these will cause a download error. Load the compiled logic into your virtual device and click Go Online. If the setup is clean, you will see green check marks across your project tree. Switch back to Factory I/O. Go to File, Open Drivers, and select Siemens S7 PLC Sim from the drop-from menu. By default, the driver only provides a few output slots. Because we have the conveyor, indicator lights, an emitter, and a remover, we need at least 5 outputs. Open the driver configuration and increase the count to add those extra slots. Now for the final mapping. Drag the Factory I/O components on the screen and drop them into the exact driver slots that match the addresses we used in the TIA Portal tag table. Click the Connect icon. When the green checkmark appears, the fusion is complete. The digital brain is now fully wired to the virtual body. Let's test the system. Click the Play button in the Factory I/O toolbar to start the simulation. Then click and hold the Virtual Start button on your control panel. Instantly, the system responds. The green light turns on, the mechanical conveyor lurches into motion, and the emitter drops heavy boxes onto the belt. If we pull up the monitor view in TIA Portal alongside it, we can watch the logic flow in real time. The ladder rungs turn bright green at the exact millisecond the physical belt moves. Now test the failsafe. Press the reset button. The belt halts immediately, the emitter stops, and the red off indicator light turns on. You have successfully built a fully functioning automation loop entirely in software. By mastering this hardware-free environment, you can now prototype, test, and troubleshoot any complex system you can imagine with zero physical risk.